Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill. I'm back at you again with another video. Let's get right into it. Their manipulation isn't working. They tried to set you up, and you saw it coming from a mile away. Too bad for them. Their manipulation is not working. They have been able to try this on this person. They have been able to try their games on that person. But when it comes to you, you're able to see straight through this person trying to set up these traps. They want to try to take you out of your position. They want to try to get you to act out of character. They want to try to get other people to look at you as someone that you're not. All because you won't be what they want you to be. People who are powerful like yourself, they cause other people to feel threatened. And when people feel threatened around you, what they're going to do is they're going to try and control you some type of way. They're going to try to basically reign power over you. This person feels that you're too strong for them, and they feel that you are a threat to their ego. You see it as a threat to their ego. They see it as a threat to their social status, their level of cool, the person that other people view them as. So this person tried to set you up. People will set people up for weird reasons. It seems weird to you, but absolutely normal to them. It's because these people are crazy, and they actually have something severely wrong with them. Something really wrong with them. And they want to try and sabotage somebody else's life because of it. All because you appear more powerful than them. They try to manipulate you into an argument. You can see that coming from a mile away. They try to manipulate you into feeling bad about yourself. You see that coming from a mile away. They try to manipulate you into feeling sorry for them. You see that coming from a mile away. All kinds of games that people play just to try to get what they want from another person. You have to watch people who can find it in themselves to have to try to get something through someone else, not working with them, not doing business with them, not being straight up with them, but trying to get something from someone in a way to where the person doesn't even realize that they're giving it. And that's why it's good to study manipulation. It's good to study people who will use these types of tactics to try to play others. They'll even throw temper tantrums just to try to get you to appease them or come back or do what it is they need you to do so they can feel satisfied. There will be people who will try to bait you into all these weird altercations with them. And it's usually people that you don't pay heavy attention to. It's usually people you don't want anything to do with. And it's usually people you're trying to avoid and stay out of the way because you don't want any issues or any problems. And because you're avoiding this person, because you don't want any problems, you don't want any issues, you're staying away from this person and what their idea of a good time is for them, horrible time for others. You see that it's not doing you any good to deal with certain people. Smart people like you know that, all right, this person's bringing the worst out of me. Not even going to go around them. This person is turning me into someone that I don't want to be. Not even going to deal with them. And they see you fighting. They see you fighting how you feel towards them. They see you fighting possibly what the irritation and the anger that this person is causing you to deal with. They see you fighting it. And do they leave you alone? No. Do they fall back and mature and say, you know what? This person's already dealing with a lot. I'm going to just let them live? No. They don't say any of that. They say, how can I push this person? How can I get this person? How can I keep basically trying to torture this person? When you're around someone and you choose to leave them alone and they keep seeking you out, that's a form of torture. This person is trying to mentally torture you. And it's worse. It's worse when they're actually dealing with someone who doesn't know how to keep themselves calm or keep order within themselves or find order within themselves. Because if you're doing this to the wrong person, then, I mean, they're lucky if they could find someone who they think is non-threatening or safe to do this to. It's like they mistake being safe around you as being able to like think they could just get over with anything. It's like, I feel safe around this person. This person doesn't seem that much of a threat. Like, see, they see you as a threat on the mental level. They see you as a threat to like how they feel about themselves. They see you as a threat mentally, and they see you as a threat spiritually. They may not perceive you as a threat physically, but that's just a false judgment on their part. They're obviously not that smart. So for someone to try someone who is peaceful, if they don't know that there's there's another side to that, all right, there's always peace before the storm. All right, there's always peace before the storm. And the more peaceful a person gets when someone is trying them or someone is, taking it out on them, what they're going through or how they feel, a peaceful person is always going to get extremely peaceful before something goes down, because this person is trying to prevent and this person is trying to quell and calm down what they're experiencing between this person and that other person. So it is what it is. All right. Their manipulation isn't working. You're the type of person that could see right through it. You're the type of person that could pick it apart. You see how it's been done to you before, or you've been around people who have dealt with it, or you've either stopped it in the past. Maybe you've been aware of it your whole life. Maybe you just were, this was a gift that you were able to have this, to be able to see people being manipulated and used and things like that. But either way, whether you started studying on these kinds of things, whether you self-educated yourself on these kinds of things, whether you just had it happen to you so many times to where now you're aware, it's not working anymore. They're trying to get you into arguments, trying to pick your brain and see what they can do to try to get you to flip out. You're not falling for it anymore. And it actually is starting to feel good to you to have people try, because now it's like you actually get to have fun with it. Now that you can control your reaction to certain things and you can respond instead. And you don't have to get mad or upset at everything somebody does. You don't have to act out. You could just keep how you feel to yourself. You don't have to let people know that you're upset over something, or you don't have to get mad over everything that takes place. Certain things now you know how to just let it roll off your back. Certain things you know how to just let go. And when you don't hold on to resentment, you're able to just let go of things a whole lot easier. It makes you upset when, people try these things on you. It's like, yo, who's this person think I am? Or how's this person view me? Or how's this person look at me? How they view you or look at you is not important. How this person sees you is not important. What is important is that you avoided whatever they were trying to bring into your life that wasn't good. Certain people, they're just going to have an idea about you, and then that's it. You shouldn't look into it. You shouldn't care about it. You shouldn't try to dive deep into it. Shouldn't be anything that, try to do a full-length page paper on or report. You just, whatever. Like, sometimes you take things personal because, like, either certain things have happened to you. You're tired of just dealing with being the one everybody thinks they could treat a certain way. And it's like, you're ready to let somebody have it. I fully understand. You're ready to let somebody have it. You're ready to treat this person how they've been treating you. You're ready. You're ready to give it to them. I get it. I totally understand. But don't allow them to take you to a point to where now you could potentially be looking like a fool too. And sometimes you have to get a certain way. I understand that. There's a time for everything. You can't just, be peaceful Shaolin monk for every situation entirely. It's because even when you look at monks and stuff like that, and you look at like the old Chinese movies and the old martial arts movies, the people were fighting, but they still had the same demeanor as before they started fighting. So the person was still fighting, the person was getting aggressive, but they still had that look of peace and that look of calmness over their spirit. It's like they weren't going to give up control for themselves. And a lot of those fighting styles and techniques are for self-defense. Like a lot of those styles are like a self-defense style. So it's like it's one where they're in control, one where they're still calm, but they're handling everything that's being thrown at them. And they're in control of themselves and able to handle themselves in the midst of a confrontation or in the midst of trouble or in the midst of a problem. That's why I watch movies. I'm definitely going to be going back and looking over a lot of those old ancient martial arts. I said ancient. Those older martial. Well, I mean, it's ancient like fighting style techniques. The video itself is not ancient, but they have a lot of ancient practices in those movies, and a lot of those fighting styles have some thousands of years behind them. So, ancient fighting styles. But their manipulation isn't working. Maybe they're trying to ruin your day. Maybe they're trying to steal your joy. Children of God oftentimes get attacked because of how they feel. You're not going to have the same problems as everybody else when you put God first in your life. People will try to manipulate you out of feeling good about your situation. Maybe this person comes around and all they have is some negative comment to give. You like how you dress, they find a problem with it. You like how you did your hair, they find a problem with it. You just got a new haircut, they're making fun of your hairline. Saying that, they could have did this a little bit better in the back, or, they could have whatever. You got some new clothes, that's fresh, but I wouldn't wear that brand. Their manipulation tactics are not working. They can't even manipulate you to feel bad about yourself anymore. They can't even manipulate you to feel bad about yourself anymore. And when people give in to being downtrodden, when people give into being belittled, when people give in to someone trying to change how they feel because of what a person said, that person now sees that they have power over you. And now, because of the amount of power they have over you, they become addicted to it. And they want to keep trying to obtain more and more of it. And they want to keep trying to manipulate you and trick you into thinking that you're not enough. You shouldn't feel good about yourself. You're not worthy of being the person that you see you really could be. Like, there's more ways to manipulate a person into getting them to do what you want. But people will use these things to make you feel horrible about yourself. And then they'll come around and provide, like, they'll do the damage. It's like corrupt politics. People have been dealing with you with corrupt politics. And I know there's another name for this. So when I continue to get more educated on these types of subjects, I'll be able to actually use keywords and terminology behind it. But what I'm going to reference it to as of right now is dirty politics. People are treating you like they're a dirty politician because you got a good spirit. They try to break you down or try to cause the problem and then want to save the day in the same breath. They want to make you feel bad about yourself, make you feel horrible about yourself, tell you you're this, tell you you're that, but then they'll buy you something, tell you to wear it and put it on, and then they'll give you the compliments, they'll give you the uplifting, they'll give you the self-esteem that they want you to have. Can't let people do that. But sometimes people have what they call fear of abandonment. People don't want to be left alone. That they'll keep sick people in their life who are spiritually sick and making them sick. You can't allow someone to make you sick and then try to provide the medicine. That's never a healthy thing. You don't need to have people around you that bad to where, oh, okay, I'll let you control how I look at me. I'll let you control how I look at my life. I'll let you control how I feel about myself. There are people that do that to people. They're in your family. Some of them you're in relationships with. Some of these people are your managers, your co-workers, boss, employee. And these people know what they're doing to you. They just don't have the heart to not do it. They don't have the intelligence to not do these things. They don't have that thing in them that makes them realize that this isn't good. They have zero empathy. Zero empathy. Everybody's getting manipulated in some form or fashion. But to manipulate someone into nothing, into feeling horrible about who they are, into making someone feel like they shouldn't even exist without a compliment from you, without some positive energy from you, which is like some toxic positive energy or some fake positive energy, because you done already broke the person down. Now you want to build them back up. That's what's happening to a lot of people out here, especially at jobs, especially in relationships, especially with family. And it's just to keep you around so that you will never find out or you won't suspect them as the one that's doing it. They just want you to think that, oh, maybe it's just something that I feel about myself, but it's not. And that's why a lot of people who get into arguments or are baited into certain arguments or baited into reacting, they'll feel that they're the problem. They'll feel that it's something wrong with them simply from standing up to themselves. That is the purest form of manipulation right there. You're gonna make you're gonna make the person who's just standing up for themselves, the person who's trying to solve the problem, that you make that person feel that they've done something wrong, all because of a difference of opinion, or because it seems like this person is being problematic. When you stand up to people who use covert narcissistic tactics or have covert narcissistic ways, I call it witchcraft. I call it black magic. It is what it is. I call it exactly what it is. They're able to make you think that you're doing something wrong for stating how you feel or speaking up for yourself, or going to HR or something. Going to HR, trying to solve the problem, going to your property manager, trying to solve the problem, trying to fix the issue. And all you want to do is be left alone. You're not bothering the other person. So their manipulation tactics aren't working. It's like, this kind of game. You've seen these kinds of things happen before. They may have even happened to you. You had to build your self-esteem back up. You had to build your courage back up. You had to rewire your mind and affirm better things about yourself. You grew out of these kinds of harmful ways that people wanted to teach you to think. That's really what manipulation is. It's controlling someone to make them think a certain way, view things a certain way, look at life a certain way, to make them feel like, oh, okay, I need to do this for this person's approval. I need to do this or act like this so I could be around them. Let me not shine so much. Let me not work as hard. Let me not be as happy. Let me not feel as good about myself because I got to try to fit in with this crowd. But you realize that it's better all by yourself, or to be around some people that don't make you feel like that until you do. Be by yourself until you can find some people that don't make you feel like that. It's worth it. It's not always easy to not be around others, but you have to calculate the cost of what it's costing you. Like, is it worth your peace of mind? Is it worth your mental health? Is it worth how you feel about you? Like, a lot of these things, it's not worth it. You think it is because maybe you've known some people for quite some time. Maybe you've worked there for quite some time. Maybe you dated so-and-so or talked to so-and-so for quite some time. And it's even harder when you've known people for a good portion of your life. Just because you've known someone for a good portion of your life, it doesn't mean that they won't turn on you. Doesn't mean that they won't change on you. Doesn't mean that you might not have seen something that was always there. And now you realize the root causes of certain things that you were going through were because of certain people that you were placed around. Their manipulation isn't working. They tried to set you up and you saw it coming a mile away. You can see these things coming from a mile away now. Smile in your face and try to act a certain way and, try to be cool. It's to the point where you don't even trust anyone. And people have to prove their trust to you and you have to prove your trust to them. And that's just the way it should be. You don't just give out trust freely to people that you hardly know. People that are seeming like they're kind of snaky to begin with. And a lot of people at these jobs, a lot of people that we know, a lot of people that are close to us are just undercover hiding, like a crocodile between the water, and they got a safe swim sign outside of a pond. And it's like they're holding up like the safe swim sign, but it's like a alligator waiting to bite you right underneath the water. As soon as you stick your foot in, they're gonna just bite your whole leg off. And that's how some people are appearing. Got the whole knife behind their hand while they got their right hand out ready to shake yours, but they just can't wait to stab you in the back. And a lot of people will manipulate you into thinking that they're a good person, a positive person. People will try to act like something that they're not. They'll try to prove to you how to view them a certain way. But don't fall for it. Let people's actions speak louder than their words. Let people show you how they really feel about you. And sometimes they'll either show you how they really feel about you or they'll tell you how they really feel about you. All you have to do is listen, pay attention, and observe when you deal with people. Don't get caught up on looks. Don't get caught up on what someone can do for you, what type of opportunity presents itself to you. They may be telling you, yeah, we're going to do this and do that and give you this new job and all this stuff. And really pay attention to the people's body language. Pay attention to people's eyes. Pay attention to people's facial expressions. Pay attention to the energy that they're giving off at that particular moment. But their manipulation isn't working. They tried to set you up and you saw it coming from a mile away. It's really getting pathetic. It's really getting pathetic, and people are just seeming more and more desperate than ever. They want to be associated with you. They want something that you have. They want to be a part of what you got going on. Or they're just being fake. Trying to get in, use you real quick, and then get out. These kinds of people are always looking for an opportunity to do someone to do someone out of something that they need from the other person. And that's okay. They just can't do it with you. You saw what they were up to. You saw the false image behind the smile, the fakeness behind the smile. You saw the fakeness in the handshake. They think you think you about to get a real handshake from them. And the Bible will even tell you this. You can tell a person's authenticity by the handshake that they give you. Whether this person is being authentic with you or whether this person is going to stab you in the back later because they're being fake and they're cold-hearted. And it's just some cold-hearted people out there, you know. It's just nothing that nobody doesn't know. But this person is highly upset. They had this whole plan worked out in their mind. Thought they were going to manipulate you. Thought they were going to get what you from you. Thought they were going to get from you what they wanted. And you showed them that wasn't going to happen. You outsmarted them. Made this person feel less intelligent. Now it's back to the drawing board because they tried everything. You saw yourself coming out on top, regardless of what it is they tried to do. And that's why it didn't work. When you continue to be a good person and you don't continue to fall for people's shenanigans, you don't continue to let people use you, you don't continue to keep people in your life who you see red flags with and who you know you shouldn't be around, you create space for you to avoid these types of situations. You don't have to talk to people just because you're at the same job. You don't have to be buddy with people just because you're at the same job. You don't have to be anybody's friend just because they're your neighbor. People think you have to, people will think they got to speak to someone because they see them every day. Walk smooth right on past them. You know somebody's no good, walk smooth right on past them. Don't deal with them. Certain people you're just not supposed to be dealing with, you know. You'll be able to pick up on people's vibes on who to deal with and who not. Something seems too good to be true. It usually is. Someone seems too open and too giving, and it's like they're trying to force this side of them that they're showing to you. That person is a potential. That person is potentially trying to set you up. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. People out here trying to set other people up, and you have to be able to pay attention to the signs. People smiling at you, people grinning extra hard around you, people acting like that they're being someone that's other than who they truly are. People's body language isn't matching their facial expression, and vice versa. People's facial expression isn't matching their body language. You got to just be able to spot fake people and then have the heart to not deal with them. And that's how you avoid being manipulated. People want to sometimes try to put pressure on you and force you into doing things that, aren't things that you really want to do or what you want to be a part of. And you tell them no. You tell them that this is not what I want to do. Don't let them people force you into coming in on the weekend when you off at work. Don't let those people force you into thinking you have to stay later past the time that you're off because they want to go out and call out, or the person that they really like or at the job's got something to do and they want to dump all the work on you. Don't let those things happen. People know your schedule that live around you, and they watch you and study and find out things you don't like, and now they want to keep doing it to try to ruin your life. Don't let these people make you hate your life or make you not like living where you stay at. It's not the end of the world. You could always find another place. You could always, Google or look up or just relocate. Like, it's never the end of the world. People want to also manipulate you into thinking that things are catastrophic. They want you to catastrophize, and they feed off that as well.